It's Monday, which means it's time for another round of Monday Morning Quarterback. And today, we're making money moves, we're talking money. Before President Joe Biden dropped out of the race last week, his campaign had raised tens of millions of dollars. But now there are questions on whether the likely nominee Kamala Harris can assume control over that money, and why this move is so important.
And here to catch us up on what we need to know and to break down why money matters is our very own Mike Muse.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday.
Hello.
Happy Monday. Okay, so we keep
I like
hearing
making
about...
money moves. That's a good song. Yeah.
That could be your theme song.
Money Monday.
We keep hearing about campaign funding and talks about money. Why does this matter so much in this race?
Eva, it's so important. And I'm so excited because this used to be my former world as working with campaign, the finance teams. And so it matters because it shows the strength of a campaign. If you think about it, like in the investment startup world, it would be like investors into your campaign. And what's really important is the more smaller grassroots donors you have, more stronger your campaign is. And what that means, people who donate $5, $10, $20, those are what we call sticky donors, right? They're going to be around to keep donating every month. Every time you send an email, they're more than likely to click the donate button. And not only do they care about the investment in the campaign, but those individuals normally tell their friends, their family, their church members, their community centers. And just as you reported, Will, we've been looking at these campaign numbers coming up. And so over the weekend, I've been hearing a lot of my friends and people ask me, like, what does it all mean? So we really can't do apples to apples because Kamala Harris is now at the top of the ticket, presumptively. And so what we can do is I want to look at key moments of this election cycle that we can really dive into. So just this week reported $200 million from Vice President Kamala Harris. The majority of that are small dollar donors. That's huge momentum for her. On the flip side, another key moment that we can look at is after former President Trump was indicted, his campaign raised over $53 million overnight. Again, small grassroots donors. And so this is how you can show the strength of a campaign. Something really interesting that we're going to keep hearing until election day is, John Doe, Sally Sue donated $10 million. I want to really parse that out, particularly thinking about Reed Hastings, the Netflix co-founder. He gave $7 million to Vice President Harris's campaign. They're not giving directly to the campaign itself. They're giving to what's called a super PAC, which has to operate separately from the campaign. Think oil and water, right? But now the Supreme Court allowed Citizens United decision to happen, so now you can have this influx of abundant amount of campaign finance.
And then, Mike, once the money comes into a campaign, where does it then get deployed? How do they spend it?
Woo, another great question. I get that so often, right? People think that the campaigns are eating filet mignon or caviar, caviar and Dom P champagne popping everywhere. That's not the case at all. Think about it. You have to run in 50 states, right? Not only do you have to run in 50 states, that means you have to have campaign offices, multiple, in some places hundreds of campaign offices. And particularly if you think battleground states, you have to hire staff, you have to hire advertising. And as we know, the media market, LA, California, New York is very expensive. And now everything is becoming digital. So now you have digital advertisers. Think all those annoying campaign flyers that we get in our mailbox. That costs money, right? So think about how to print those. And now technology, AI, campaigns are really building out the tech components of their AI space.
Mike, thank you so much. And we will see you next Monday for Monday Morning Quarterback.
Of course.